Hello, on this part of the series, I will show you I created a date table and I built my data model. So I had to go to the modeling tab and I clicked on new table. So this is me trying to write a measure to create a new date table. So I had to use the hard column, then help on my bracket, then I'm actually typing my measures. So I chose the sales, the days for the sales table, and the minimum days and the maximum days. I chose that one. Of course, I only have one table, so I'm only going to be working with the days on the sales table. Then I had to start writing the year, typing the So it's going to take a while. I'm not that fast with this because I'm still learning and I'm yet to get a hang of this thing, but I'm confident that in the next 3 months I'll be a pro at this. Anyway, I'm still writing my measures. My reason for doing this is because I want to build a cardinality. I want to build my data model. So the only way for me to do that is to make sure that apart from having, I think it's better to do this for all your data sets, like just to create that your own date table. Then I get to connect my date table with my sales table. You're going to see how I did that, but let me finish um writing the measure to complete this date table first, so we can move on. Okay, so the format date. So I'm almost done. Then I clicked on that green arrow, or sometimes I click on enter. So after doing that, I went to my table view. Yeah, I went to my table view and I wanted to see what my date column data type look like. I changed the data type to just dates. Before it was date and time, but I only want dates. So this is where I create my cardinality, and I'm using the one-to-many cardinality here. So what that means is that I'm going to drag the date on the days which was on the date column on my date entity to my sales entity. An entity is also known as a table. So I would have that one to many anyway. I went here to change the cardinality to one to many, and I chose the single cross filter direction. Always choose single, avoid using by direction. So voila. Now I've built my data model. So now I can move on. Thank you for watching. Bye.